Your speakers turn them up, boom, the reefer burn it up. Cause vibe reactions in the building, we for certain love. The king of this reaction thing, and it's curtains for a fool that think it coming at the team, it ain't hurting us. True, I'm a vibe like Ray, and that's my brother and them. He love it when you go monkey with them bars, and it's my jungle gym. There's laughter in reality, whenever Brody's streaming, keep it real and don't be scheming, yo, he's actually...
What is good, Vibe Gang? It is your boy Ray here with another one. Scenery is different because I want to really get into this. This is me and my wife sat down and we were watching the president's message to Congress. And it was the most amazing. I don't even know how long it really was, the whole thing, but it was amazing from start to finish. Everything that Trump did, everything that Trump said that he signed, everything, the whole vision of where we're going, it's just amazing. And part of this whole message to Congress, he decided that he was going to give DJ Daniels, a kid that pretty much had brain cancer and survived it. They only gave the kid, what was it, 5 years, I think it was? It was either 5 months or 5 years. I don't know what exactly it was. I forgot what exactly it was, but the kid always wanted to be a cop. That was his dream. That's always been his dream. And not only did he make him a cop, but he made him a honorary Secret Service agent. Now, I'm pretty sure just like the majority of the world, me and my wife stood in there and we cried. I teared up. That was the most emotional, most beautiful moment that we could ever ask for something when we're watching and watching something political. To get something that heartwarming and that beautiful. Watching a president, something political, you don't have that very much. We don't get that opportunity a lot. And for us to have that moment, I'm grateful for. If anything else, I'm grateful for Donald Trump for giving me that moment at least. Because the kid's face, it broke, like my heart. I got overwhelmed and I hugged my wife. I pet my dog. My cat got on top of me. It was like the kind of like the Snow White type shit. And then all the animals started coming and we all embraced each other like a family. It was a beautiful fucking moment. And then me and my wife look on the left side of the screen and we're like, oh, so not one of you or even going to acknowledge that this is the most beautifulest thing. Acting, people walking out, acting crazy. But that's the side of the compassion. That's the side of, we feel for our people, for the citizens. We care for our citizens. And then not only did none of those people stand up and clapped, and even when he named an area for one of the girls that got taken from us by illegal immigrants, and the two girls that got taken away from us by illegal immigrants, and he named something with them. That all those beautiful moments that he gave us. Giving us reassurance, like, yo, I got you. Understand something, this whole thing has been broken for 4 years. Is it gonna get worse before it gets better? I'm with it. I'm with you, Trump. I'm with Trump to go through the hard time so we could get that good time, so we could get the extended of good time. I don't care. We've already been going through the bad times for 4 years. Let it get bad. It is what it is. And then when it gets better, come on, dog. It's just, you gotta crack a couple of eggs in order to make a fucking omelet, baby. I believe in the policies that Donald Trump has in place. I believe that the change is gonna happen. Whether it be an immediate or whether it be down the line, it's going to happen. And I'm here for it. That's what I voted for him to do. And already in how many days? How many months? 3 months? 2.5. 2.5, let's call it. 2.5 months, and look at all the changes he's already done. I don't got the numbers, they got the numbers for you. Look at the numbers. But the numbers are up, baby. And some numbers are down the way they're supposed to be. Go look at the immigration numbers. How many people have we sent back already? And people are getting butthurt by what President Trump said he was going to do. At this point, the Democratic Party, the extreme left, they're just grasping at straws and trying to hang on to it whatever the fuck they can. But talk your shit about Trump. Talk your shit about Vance. Talk your shit about Elon. Talk your shit about whoever the fuck you want. Don't let your political bullshit get into a moment that has nothing to do with the political party. This is a human act that he did. Giving a kid that survived brain cancer, when they told him that he was not going to make it, to give him what he wanted. The world cried, except for the Democratic Party. So I want people to ask me one more time, why is it that I'm not a Democrat? I am a conservative Republican. That's what the fuck I am, and that's what the fuck I'm gonna stay. Because that is crazy. Not only the people in there. What are we about to watch right now? I already watched this video, so I don't give a fuck. I already watched this video. This one has been watched. But I felt like this one was a very good representation because Piers Morgan was on point with what he said. You got everybody, all these Democrats looking crazy on camera, on the news, on the Breakfast Club. Man, I'm telling you, when you, whoo, boy. Y'all making yourselves look crazy. It's so easy because we really don't have to do much. We don't have to prove nothing to the Democratic Party. We don't have to explain ourselves. We don't got to do nothing. All we have to do is let them keep doing what they're doing. And just let them fucking bury themselves. Because you're making yourselves look crazy to everybody. Everybody. And I know it's not all Democrats. I know it's not all Democrats. Because not all Democrats think like it's these extreme Democratic people that have like these titles to be on camera talking the crazy shit they're talking. It's not all Democrats. I know a lot of Democrats. Half my family's Democrat. And even my dad was like, "That's crazy. I don't know me. I like it. Very good on the throat. Very good on the throat. I like it with the baby. But in cancer, he gave him a bash. You a police officer now. Happy. Very good. The people in the new crazy." That's what my dad said. My dad's been a Democrat. Still is. Even he's saying, yo, what's going on with them, bro? You guys are showing your cards. And you're showing that you guys never had cards. You had one trick, and you guys played that trick for years. Now the trick has been exposed. Chris Angel. And now everyone's seeing the Democratic Party for exactly what the fuck they are. I'm gonna let Piers Morgan speak for the rest because it's whatever. Federico, continue, please.
So no matter how much resistance he faces going forward, look, Trump's presence on the Hill last night, just his presence alone, was itself a breathtaking achievement. And that's the angle. All right, joining us now, Piers Morgan, host of the Piers Morgan Uncensored Show on YouTube. Piers,
Facts.
Great to see you tonight. Now, you say that this speech cemented Trump's dominance in U.S. politics. Why?
Well, Laura, thanks for having me. Lovely to see you. Look, I think you summed it up perfectly there in your opening monologue. I mean, if Donald Trump could have scripted a reaction from Democrats to his speech, it would have been exactly what unfurled before our eyes last night. I was watching it live here in New York, and every time I thought they couldn't plunge any lower, they plunged a little bit lower.
Yep.
And if you can't bring yourself to get up onto your feet and applaud a 13-year-old boy.
Oh man, if I see her at a train
station. To get up onto your feet.
If I see her at a train station, I'm gonna give her a flat tire the whole time she's walking, trying to catch that train. Every time you're gonna be, I'm gonna make it uncomfortable for you. Forever. I'm gonna take your glasses when you go to the bathroom. You take your glasses off to go to the bathroom. Take your glasses. You ain't gonna have your glasses. You gonna be blinded the whole day. Make you make an emergency appointment with your eye doctor. I'm the type of dude that I won't hurt you. I will just make you. I will make it inconvenient for you all day long. You ever had a whole week that everything was just inconvenient? Some shit just happened. I'm gonna do that for years. I don't like it.
And applaud a 13-year-old boy who's had, I think, over a dozen brain cancer surgeries, who's come through, who's survived, and who has a dream. And that dream was to be a Secret Service agent. And the President of the United States, in front of the world, gives him that moment and makes him an honorary member of the Secret Service.
Crazy.
If that doesn't move you, just as a human being, putting aside politics, to get up off your backside and applaud that brave little boy, wow. I don't know what does. And the fact that Democrats couldn't do that, these are the people, Laura, who like to have the hashtag be kind on their social media.
Talk to them crazy. Talk to them crazy. Talk to them crazy, Piers Morgan. It's true. Be kind. Oh, my feelings. You hurt them. Oh my God. Donald Trump hates blacks. What? You know what's crazy? I hear that all the time, and I'm like, he got an award with Rosa Parks by Jesse Jackson. Jesse Jackson gave him the award. What? I'll just make that make sense to me. He was in Wu-Tang's album. I don't understand how you figure that. I don't get. I've never seen or nothing's ever. No one's ever heard that Trump was a racist until he started running for president. We all can agree on that, right? It wasn't a thing, is what I'm saying. That was never a thing. Trump was never a racist when he was in, let's say, the show that he was in, the show that he did. What's it called? The Apprentice. Nobody said he was a racist. It was never a thing. It was never a trending topic. Trump racist until he started running for president. So we're going to take all the things that he's received by the black community, everything that he's done for the black community, and we're going to completely just erase that like that never happened. Clean slate. And then we're just going to say he's a racist right off rip, just because he might have said something out of context and people took it a certain way, and then everybody just ran with it because it was easy. It was easy bait to take because you're so goddamn fucking lazy. Y'all motherfuckers don't do research for shit. All y'all motherfuckers want to do is just sit there and absorb the information that these media people that don't know what the fuck they're talking about, that all they know how to do is push an agenda, and understand Trump's policies means my pockets are getting low. That's all they're worried about. They don't care about your transgender rights. They don't give a fuck about your abortion privileges or not. They don't give a fuck about any of that. They give a fuck if how much money can we keep on getting out of these people. He puts these policies in. There's a lot of people that are going to be losing money. And that's just the story of it. There's no, oh, my feelings. They don't give a fuck about your feelings. Democrats? They don't. They don't. They have been using you people. The Democratic Party have been using their citizens for years to push whatever agenda is going to make them make money. So 1 year is going to be a Furby doll, and everybody's going to fucking go and have a Furby in their car, in their home. You're going to watch MTV Cribs, and you're going to see one of these rappers' kids walking around with a Furby. Now everybody named Mother wants a fucking Furby. Sheep. Bah! Sheeps. They have their sheets, and all they have to do if their pockets are getting low is put something stupid, and you guys will follow it. And all we're telling you is think outside the box. Understand what they're trying to do. None of those motherfuckers like you. They don't care for you. They don't care about nothing. If Kamala would have become president, nothing would have changed. People's pockets are getting way too fat. Are you crazy? It's just like the drug game. Go ahead and try to cut a drug dealer's money to see what the fuck is going to happen to you. All we're saying is think outside the box. Think for yourselves. Do your own research. Read. A lot of people say, hey, check this podcast, and they'll give you the information. Fuck the podcast. Go to the federal websites and go look at these numbers yourselves. You do the research. Go to the FBI website. Go to the CIA. Go to all these websites that they have all this information that is for public eye. You can see all of this shit. Read the Forbes magazine. See who is what and who's doing what and what businesses is what. Understand how the money works in this country. And understand that every move that the Democratic Party does is to fucking fatten up their pockets and to make us broke. But no one's understanding that. It's sad that this happened to this kid. It's disgusting that this happened to this kid. But maybe this had to happen. So a lot of other Democrats out there can open their eyes and see what the fuck is going on here. Shout out to DJ Daniel, man. And in a dumb bit, I hope that he doesn't, have to fight for us. Do you know what honorary means, bitch? You didn't give him an application. Look, I may not be your normal person that should be talking about subjects like this. I'm just one of yous. And I'm just having a conversation with my fellow Americans. America, Juan here. That's all I'm saying. It's disgusting. What these people displayed when this happened, it was disgusting. And then everything that happened after the matter, it was even more disgusting. There's a lot of people that I've seen and I followed and I've cherished for years. That I look at them right now and so much, and it hurts me so much because I love these person, whether they be an actor. I loved Whoopi Goldberg. I loved Whoopi since the Act 1 and 2. Ghost. Jumanji. No, she wasn't in Jumanji. She wasn't in Jumanji. She wasn't. But I see the agenda that she pushes with The View. They don't know how to take feelings away from logic, and that's a dangerous combination when you're talking about anything that has to do with my kids. Remember, the only reason why I'm involved in this, and I want to talk about this, and I want the discussions to happen, and I'm into this political stuff. The only reason is because this is going to affect my kids, and this is going to affect my grandkids. And anything that's going to affect my kids and my grandkids in the future that I could prevent by talking about it and having a dialogue, and I can have a small part to, even if I change one person's fucking mind, it's cool. And if I don't, it's fine. I'm not here to change nobody's mind. But my kids come first before anything fucking else. I don't give a fuck who likes who. Give a fuck about none of that. If it has to do with my kids, I'm with it. And me doing my research, because I was, like, people don't understand, I was a Democrat for 20 years. I had a Democratic view of everything. And then my kids started to go through this whole change. Then my daughter said that she was transgender. And then she had her own visits to being Baker Act left and right and doing a bunch of it just, she had her own issue since 8 years old. Since the beginning of all this crazy shit. And she was a victim of it. Luckily, we as parents were on top of her the whole time. With her appointments to the psychiatrist, with her medication, with whatever it is that we needed to do. And then one day, she was already 18. She turned 18 a couple months after. She went back to being the little girl that I fell in love with. My daughter. And she got over it. She got the help. Whatever the medication combination plus we found somebody that she could actually talk to that really helped. That combination, and plus my wife's nonstop work with her, we finally were able to break through, and she on her own came to the conclusion that she didn't want to have the surgery, that she didn't want to take the hormone pills, that she didn't want to do any of that. Because we told her, if you want that, fine, we'll support you 100%. But until a psychiatrist tells us that you're mentally okay to make that decision, we're not going to do nothing. And they told us no, that she's not mentally okay. And then that's when this whole thing started. It took 10 years for us to get through to her. So it wasn't easy. It was a lot of scary nights. It was a lot of scary weeks. It was a lot of scary months. But we finally got through to her. And now she's a gorgeous young lady, going to school, working, paying her own shit, living life, having the time of her life. And we can't be happier. So since my daughter was a victim of the Democratic idea, is the reason why I'm a Republican now. Because that made me open my eyes to a lot more shit. And made sense. It just started making sense. Everything that I started researching, where every time I heard Charlie Kirk say a number, I'm over here with my Google on my phone looking at the number that he's talking about, going to the website he's talking about. And damn sure, you know what I find? He's right on the money with the number. He probably off like 1% or 2%, a little bit off. But around the same number. And that started opening my eyes. Like every time that I heard Charlie Kirk And I use Charlie Kirk mainly because the amount of information that he gives out is plentiful. So that's a lot that I can research what he says. And I can look up a lot of shit that he says. I've been doing this hours and hours and hours and hours and hours before the election even started. Hours and hours of just going through my Google and just watching my videos and going through it and really researching what these conversations are happening or these conversations these people are talking about. And then the Republican Party started making more and more and more and more sense. And I said, you know what? I'm in. I took the red pill. Best decision I've ever made in my fucking life, because from that point on, everything started making fucking sense. Because when I was in a Democratic mindset, I was only focusing on what my favorite rappers and what everybody else in that media platform was telling me. I wasn't doing any research, and the Democrats that said that they would do, very few compared to many. Very few do the research because the ones that do the research, guess what they do? Stay shut. Because they understand. There may be some things that they'd be like, I don't really agree because my morals don't line up with that. But when it comes with the actual policies that change the country, they're the ones that actually do the research. Guess what they do? They stay the fuck shut and they back the fuck out. And let you dumb motherfuckers make yourselves look like idiots. You know what I hate the most when I see these debates? Why do you come over here and pick on college kids? I never told any of you to come up here and grab the mic. It's a free open mic. Anybody could come in here. Go get your college teachers. Go get anybody that is an adult that has degrees and shit to come over here and talk to me then. And they won't. Because they're all the information they're getting is from a party that's trying to poison their brain to push an agenda, which ends in somebody getting fucking rich or a position of power or whatever. It's their agenda. It's their own personal agenda that we're fighting about. And all we're doing is trying to have the conversation to say, look, these are the facts. Why are you afraid of them? Why are you afraid of actual numbers that make sense to the conversation that's being had? It's gonna be a 30-hour video, man. I swear.
Biographies. These are the compassionate people. These are the ones who care more than anybody. But look at them last night. Look at the way they treated
Heartless.
DJ
Like,
Jang. Look at the way they treated
Probably
the
texting some
family of that
stupid
poor
shit.
murdered girl. Look at the way they behaved with their stupid signs, which meant no sense to anybody and looked like a sixth form common room in a college. Look at everything they did, and the walkouts and all the rest of it. If you're Donald Trump, you are watching that back today and laughing your head off.
Now, Piers, the media, the kind of, again, never Trump media, they made it worse at times last night. This was a moment on MSNBC with Nicole Wallace speaking of the child with cancer. Watch.
Oh, my God.
The beauty of that child is the tragedy of the Trump presidency. He wants to be a cop. He knows what he wants to do. I hope he has a long life as a law enforcement officer. But I hope he never has to defend the United States Capitol against Donald Trump's supporters. And if he does, I hope he...
You see, why did you have to make it to that? Why can't you say, wow, what a beautiful moment? Yes, I don't like Donald Trump. Yes, I don't agree with his policies. I don't agree with what he's doing with the country. But that right there, at least there is some type of heart. That's a beautiful moment, and you should have just let it ride. Why did you have to use this beautiful moment to, I hope he doesn't have to defend the Capitol? What part of honorary don't you understand, man? What part of anybody with a logical mind is going to understand that they're not going to put a child that survived brain cancer into the field, ma'am? Why even say something that outlandish and disgusting? A beautiful moment, the best moment in the kid's life. And you had to make it like this. You should be ashamed to even you should be ashamed just of yourself as a person. That is so disgusting. And this is the type of people that you guys want to listen to. These are the type of people that you guys want to follow. Then you go right the fuck ahead, because wowzers is that disgusting.
He isn't one of the 6 who loses his life to suicide.
Jesus Christ, that right there is crazy work. That's crazy work. I didn't even hear that last part. Oh my God. That's crazy. I really hope she gets consequences for that. I think, like we said in the beginning of this, we need to start holding these media people. We need to start holding them accountable by the shit they say. Because as you can see, they're not stopping. They're going to continue with this "I hate Trump" shit. Well, they have acronyms for it. What's it called? I totally forgot what the acronyms are called for the people that hate Trump. But it's a disease. It's literally a disease now. For no reason at all, for no factual reason at all, these people hate this man because a group of other people told them to. Does that make any sense to you? Kind of sounds like a little Charles Manson-ish to me. Isn't that what a cult leader does? I'm asking a question. I just need the answers. That's some cult activity type shit. That's some cult energy that they give out like that. Don't you think?
One of the 6 who loses his life to suicide.
That's crazy work.
What was that?
One of the most disgusting, shameful, reprehensible things I have ever seen on the news in America. And the bar was pretty high for that accolade.
Right.
I thought what Nicole Wallace did last night in taking that boy's story and in a weirdly dystopian, horrific way,
disgusting,
asking us to think about whether he might kill himself. What on earth was she thinking? Why is she still in her job today? Why has nobody at NBC watched that back like the rest of us, aghast in horror, and said, "You're fired"? Because that was a disgusting thing to do. And she wasn't the only one at MSNBC. Rachel Maddow, in a laughably ironic rant about don't politicize this boy's story, then politicized his story. I
did not see this whole entire section. All I saw was the part that she said that the kid, it must have not been this video. Oh, it must have not been this video. All I saw was the part that she said about him defending the Capitol. That's like where it stopped. So this is the wrong video. I didn't see any of this shit.
To be a cop, he knows what he wants to do. I hope he has a long capital.
What was
I have ever seen. I thought what Nicole Wallace did last night in taking that boy's story and in a weirdly dystopian, horrific way, asking us to think about whether he might kill himself. What on earth was she thinking? Why is she still in her job today? Why has nobody at NBC watched that back like the rest of us, aghast in horror, and said, "You're fired"? Because that was a disgusting thing to do. And she wasn't the only one at MSNBC. Rachel Maddow, in a laughably ironic rant about don't politicize this boy's story, then politicized his story.
Right.
And they couldn't get their heads around it. Again,
always,
Laura, it was the lack of humanity. I don't care if you're on the left or the right. If you're a human being and that story doesn't just move you.
And then that's where it fit. What fucking video did I watch? Because the video that I watched, it stopped when she said the Capitol thing, and then it started, and then it ended up from here on, I guess. That was a weird-ass fucking section there. Where the fuck did I find this video?
Like a human being should be moved. There is something wrong with you. There was something wrong with those Democrats who didn't get up off their backside. There's something wrong with those MSNBC anchors. And it says an awful lot that they still pretend they are the caring ones, the compassionate ones.
Exactly. Stop acting like you give a fuck. Because they don't. They don't care about your what you believe or what you're feeling. They don't care about none of that. They're gonna take your feelings and they're gonna find a way to make it a thing and make money off of it, off of you. Straight up. Man, oh man. It's just like selling drugs. They go give a crackhead a free sample. He gonna see how good the dope is. He's gonna bring back all the rest of the crackheads. That's just what it is.
What they always
I know it's a crazy analogy, but it's the same fucking thing.
said about Trump, Piers, and you were around to hear this, is that he was lacking humanity. Donald Trump has no human. How many times do we hear that? He has no compassion. He
All
has
the
no
time.
feeling. And look,
Talk
you've
to them,
known him
Barbara
for so long.
Walters.
I've known him.
Talk to them, Barbara Walters. I like all of them. Oh no, go back. Talk that. It's true. They everything that they're saying about Trump is coming out to be not true. Duh. Because when facts come out, you can't fight a fact. It's really hard to do that. Every little thing that the Democratic Party started pushing on Donald Trump and all the rest of the fucking media outlets and talking all this crazy shit. But then his actions are speaking louder than what they're saying. Have you seen him be a racist? I haven't. You know what people keep on bringing up to me? About the grabbing the woman by the pussy thing. And he was like, he's talking about these women that are out there. The whole conversation was about women that were out there that follow these famous people. They will give it up and let them do anything to them. And all you have to do is famous. You don't have to look good. You don't have to have a big schlong. You don't have to have none of that. As long as you are a famous person, there are women out there that you could grab them by the pussy. And they'll let you. That's what he was saying. But then people's like, oh my God, Donald Trump is grabbing people by the pussy. Like, this nigga's not going down to the train station and just grabbing people. Fuck's wrong with you? Like, but that's what they do. They take something and then they make it up in their mind. They make up the story in their mind and then they just run with it. They're a whole bunch of Shiny Time Station people. Reading Rainbow, Reading Rainbow. That's the group they should be in. The Reading Rainbows. No pun intended. The Reading Rainbows. Because whatever story comes up in your head, I'll run with it. And try to make it a fact. And then some of you succeed because there's so much of you that agree that it's a fact that somehow, some way, y'all make it a fact. And then we over here like, well, how the fuck you do that? But then we got the cheat code. It's up, down, T-R-U-M-P. Bitch. Fuck we talking about, man?
He has no compassion. He has no feeling. And look, you've known him for so long. I've known him for decades. And like, I always knew that was false. But when you saw him in the Oval Office today with that young boy, and you know, you saw him at
Beautiful
Butler,
man.
after Butler. I mean, he obviously has enormous compassion for the country, so much so that he put himself through running again, despite what he knew it would do to him.
Yeah,
And so they're the ones who are inhumane and breaking protocol.
no question. I love that scene in the Oval Office. I love that little boy getting his moment with the President of the United States.
You know what I liked about that whole thing? The way J.D. Vance, I was telling my wife the whole time, J.D. Vance gonna slap the shit out of somebody. He had that face on that podium like he was gonna slap the shit out of somebody, and I was hoping he did. There were a lot of people in that Democratic side on the left side. There were a lot of people on that side. They were like, I was looking at them. I was like, man, I wish somebody would say something. And then Al Green came out, started going crazy. Get the fuck out, Al Green. That's what they told him. Get the fuck out, bro. Congressman, sit your ass down. Oh, Congressman, you crazy right now. Fuck we talking about, man? Where's your professionalism? Oh, you're talking all this nonsense. Somebody take Al Green's cane away from him. we talking about? Go ahead, Trump.
Scene in the Oval Office. I love that little boy getting his moment with the President of the United States. It was a moment of real humanity. But there's a bigger picture here for the Democrats, which is they clearly have absolutely no idea what they're doing as a party now or how to take on Donald Trump Mark II. I spoke to President Trump last week on the phone for quite a long chat, and he was in the most confident mood and relaxed mood and most focused mood that I've known him for many, many years. This is a man who I believe has had a second shot at two things. One, his life, where he literally took a bullet, grazed his ear, and miraculously survived. I think he feels he's got a do-over on his life. And I also...
Twice. There's a potential. There was a potential, but it was twice. It was on its way. I think it was on its way. Let's not get that big. Let me see. That man is Iron Man. Iron Man does whatever a iron can. That's not even a song. That's a Spider-Man with a Power Ranger. I don't know what the hell that was.
And miraculously survived. I think he feels he's got a do-over on his life.
That's a
and
fact.
I also think he's got a do-over in his mind on the presidency.
Story and a half,
and he's learned the lessons from the first term that he served of the things he got right, the things he got wrong. And he's hit the ground. I mean, you say hit the ground running. This guy has hit the ground like a hurricane this time round. And it is thrilling. It is exciting.
It is exciting.
It is
Every
like nothing
moment.
we've ever seen before.
Never.
He's not going to get it all right. But certainly at the moment, the rest of the world, I can tell you back in the UK, the rest of the world's watching this with a sense of awe, like, my God, the dynamism that is happening in America.
Right. Well, Piers, that's a good point. It's hard to get anything done in a parliamentary system. It is. It's harder. It's hard here, but it's harder there. But I think you're right. You've captured it. He is a man on a mission.
He is.
And it's like from the beginning of that campaign when everyone counted him out to today, to last night, to this moment, he's a man on a mission, and he's just going forward. And all this noise on the outside, and the pouting, and the paddles, and the stunts, and the walkouts, they just looked really small last night. And they're getting really bad advice, and I don't know what consultants are giving them this advice, but they should all be fired, and they should all go home and go into a different line of work. Piers, will you come back soon? Because we love having you on. Will you come back?
I would love to. It's been great to be on again. Thanks, Laura.
Great to see you, Piers. Thanks so much.
That's so dope. That's so dope. That's so dope. That's so dope. I'm excited. I'm excited about the way the country is moving right now. I'm excited that we are finally getting that respect and that power that we once lost. Countries are starting to understand we ain't nothing to be fucked with. And we're taking control back in our country. So you can't be mad. Even if everything that Donald Trump has done so far has been so amazing, and they're not lying. I've been in awe of everything. And I'm just like, wow, look at how he's moving. He's moving how a president should move. He is the definition of what a president should be. Taking reign and taking control back into office, in challenging Congress and challenging everybody and challenging other countries and saying, yo, we're not playing around no more. You guys took advantage of us like crazy. And we were all in positions where we can't do nothing about it. But now daddy's home. Daddy home. It's either you guys are going to play along or you guys are not going to play at all. So how y'all want to play this? Good choice. Good choice. One question I do have, there is this thing, and like I don't know where's that right now because I haven't done enough research, but where are we right now with this whole make Canada the 51st state? Is that like a thing anymore, or did the president just say, I'm not even going to fucking try to even? Because I'm just like, don't put too much on your plate, my nigga. Like, you try to do everything, bro. You over here changing names of fucking whole... You changing names now? The Gulf of America is crazy, bro. I love it. I love it. You better call it the Gulf of America. You heard what he said if you don't. Maine. You heard what he said if you don't. It's the Gulf of America, whether you guys like it or not. It's been changed. So you'd be like, oh, it's not a fact. It's a fact because it's on paper, bitch. It's the Gulf of America now. That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, leave Canada alone for a little bit, bro. You over here trying to go crazy. Take your time, bro. You're doing too much at once. You're going to get confused. It's like putting too much passwords. You're going to forget a password, bro, if you start setting your shit up. Relax, man. But I'm excited. It's been exciting. He's got so many good people in his camp that it's just ridiculous. You know who I'm in love with? Man, I'm in love with the press secretary, Catherine. Catherine, I think her name is. Her attitude. I just like the way she be talking to people. She be just letting people know, yo, you stupid, bro. She like, oh, I got the facts here. Catherine Levitz? I got the facts right here. I knew you were going to ask that question here. All right, then shut up. Puts it down. Next. She knows how to, she has like she's a well representation of Trump's new lane, her aggressiveness and her, don't take no bullshit attitude, really. And she goes in there, she gives you the facts, she gives you people what you know, and if she doesn't know, she will refer you to something that someplace that she knows you're gonna get the information correctly. Because she doesn't want to give you wrong shit. She's very professional, she does her thing. And that goes for Patel. That goes for Elon. Elon crazy. I know, but that my nigga Elon though. Elon was looking at everybody's couch cushions. He found all that change, bro. What are we talking about? Huh? And my man JD Vance. JD Vance is doing what JD Vance is doing, bro. My man was on, I forgot what place. He was doing an interview somewhere. Or a press conference. It was either an interview or a press conference. And somebody got up in the middle of the stage, bro, and he just told them, he was like saying it, just like people like that. Pretty much. And I was just like, yo, this dude's a G. If you haven't yet, Netflix has his story. Oh my God. That's my dog right there. JD Vance is my number 2 right there, bro. For real. I called him the other day. He said, yo, I'm gonna be through Florida in a minute. So get that PlayStation ready, because me and him like to play Madden. Stop playing. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that, man. What do you guys think? Like I said, and like I'm going to say in every one of these videos, there's my own personal opinion, there's my own personal feelings off of 40 years of living in the United States of America and seeing how each have done it for quite a while and understanding. This is just my research and the way I feel on certain things. I don't expect anybody to feel the way I feel. But when things like this happen in our country, it needs to be showcased to show what we really working with, what type of people we're really dealing with. And I'm all for showing the fuckery of other people, because you need to be exposed. And this right here ain't no joke, man. That was the most disgusting display that I've ever seen a Democratic person or anybody part of the Democratic Party do, period. No good. It wasn't good. I love you guys. I will talk to you guys later. Peace.